Real Madrid will win the Champions League final because they have the best left wing, if not the best player in the world, in Vinicius Jr. BVB doesn't stand a chance against Vinny's pace and playmaking ability. I'm predicting it. What's going on, YouTube? Dally here with Dally FC, bringing you finally my match preview for the Champions League final, Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund, this Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern. Should be a fantastic game in Wembley. Bellingham's coming home, and hopefully we can come home with number 15 for Champions League trophies. So, going to talk a little about the matchup, preview each of the expected lineups that I expect to see out there, and talk a little about some strats and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and jump into it right now. Okay, y'all, so we're taking a look at the Real Madrid lineup. This is the same lineup that we had last week against Real Betis. So I don't expect any changes there. And let's start in the back. As keeper, Courtois. In the back, Lunin is not going to be ready, in my opinion. I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I think Courtois is going to be the person in goal for Real Madrid. I've heard Lunin's been sick this week too with flu-like symptoms, so add that on top of it. I would expect Courtois in the back, and I expect a big game from Courtois. I think he's going to have a couple shots that he's really going to have to make some great saves, and so hopefully, just like what we saw a couple years ago against Liverpool, hopefully the Belgian wall can still stand. So we'll see. Carvajal in the back on the right, Rudiger and Nacho at center back, and Mendy on the left. Big day for Mendy. This may or may not be a contract extension game for him, in my opinion. So we'll talk a little about that too. Camavinga at CDM. So Tchouaméni is out. He will be dressed in not ready to go, basically, right? He's going to be in casual outfit out there. Do not expect him to even dress, basically, for the game. He will be out for a couple weeks until Euros, where he might make a return for France. We'll see. But his fellow countryman, Camavinga, will be starting in place of him. I expect a big day for Camavinga. He's been quality every time he's been out there. So, looking forward to watching him. Toni Kroos, final club game for Toni Kroos. I expect a big game from him, just sniping the ball all over the place, getting through balls. I would love to see an assist, if not a goal. A goal would be a dream for me for Toni Kroos in his final club game for Real Madrid. Valverde on the right, and Jude Bellingham at the 10. And then you got the two Brazilians up top, Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo. I expect a huge day for Vinny. Real Madrid will win the Champions League final because they have the best left wing, if not the best player in the world, in Vinicius Jr. BVB doesn't stand a chance against Vinny's pace and playmaking ability. I'm predicting a big day for Vinny. I'm predicting an assist and a goal in the final for Vinny. So more to come on that. I'll talk a little about why I think that. Let's take a look at what BVB is working with as well. So when you look at BVB, I might butcher a couple of the names, but stick with me. In keeper, we have Kobel. He's been a pretty good keeper this year. Not as good as last year, but pretty solid overall. So that'll be a difficulty for us. You have Ryerson, Hummels, Schlaubeck, and Maatsen. Maatsen's quality, maybe a little biased because I saw him live when he was playing for Chelsea in preseason, but he's pretty good. You have Kahn in the back, Sabitzer, Brandt, Adeyemi, Fulcrum, and Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is quality since he's come back to BVB. And so I expect a big game from him. And this is what I was talking about with Mendy, right? So if you look at Mendy on the left-hand side, he's going to be one-on-one with Sancho this whole time. I expect that Sancho likes to cut inside, right? So I would expect Camavinga to come over and help, push him inside. Maybe Nacho can come help as well. But Mendy will need to be sticking with Sancho, making sure no dribbles get past him or anything like that. Mendy has the pace to keep up with Sancho, so I think that's a big thing for Real. So hopefully we can keep him out, and hopefully we can keep him from crossing to Fulcrum or to Julian Brandt as well. Julian Brandt's quality, he can shoot outside the box. He's a big midfielder, so Valverde and Camavinga will really need to press him as well. And hopefully, I'm hoping, since fellow countrymen with Toni Kroos and Rudiger, that they should be familiar with it. And so hopefully they can give some tactical help with that as well. So Sancho's my worry, and Brandt's my worry. When it comes to Ian Maatsen on the left-hand side for them, he's not really going to have to do a lot of defensive work. And that's, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we try to put Rodrigo a little more wide right. Ian Maatsen's more known for overlapping runs with Adeyemi, and he's a good attacking left back, right? He's more of a left wing back than anything. He's actually played even like left wing for Chelsea in the preseason too. So he has those scoring abilities. But defensively, I think he struggles a little bit there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see maybe more of like a 4-3-3, and you have Vinny on the left, maybe Rodrigo like overlapping, or you would have Rodrigo on the left with Vinny at center and Valverde almost playing more of a right wing more than his right mid that he's been playing anyways. I think that could give some pressure to BVB and create some more opportunities for Real. I think the thing though that Borussia Dortmund is going to struggle with is Vinny. Like I said earlier, his pace and playmaking ability, he's just a top player right now. Like if we win this game this Saturday, he is in line at this moment for the Ballon d'Or, right? Best player in the world. Like I can't even imagine saying that a couple, years ago when he just first came in, but he's so special and he's going to draw so much attention. Ryerson and Hummels are going to have to stay on him. Hummels has no pace, none whatsoever. So Ryerson is going to need all the help he can, and Hummels, if Vinny can cut inside, I could see Bellingham. This is what I was talking about earlier. I can see an outside right foot goal for Vinny, and I can also see him cutting down the line on the base and getting across to like Jude or Rodrigo or Valverde as well, because I think Valverde is going to get at least like 2 really good opportunities here, and I could see a screamer from him as well. So, yeah, a couple of big ones there. I think for goal scorers, I expect Vinny to get an outside. I think he's going to have a couple opportunities here. I'm going to say Vinny gets one. He gets an assist to Jude. And I will say Rodrigo gets one as well. I think Valverde will sky one just a little high or a screamer off like the crossbar or something. So I am predicting a Real Madrid 3, Borussia Dortmund 0 win this Saturday. I think Courtois will have a couple shots from Volkram that he really needs to worry about. I could also see Brandt getting 1 or 2 shots on there. But I think overall, I would expect Rudiger to be all over Volkram. I know he was all over Haaland a couple weeks ago, so I would expect that. And then really Carvajal on Adeyemi, I think that's going to be a good matchup for us as well, but I would choose Carvajal in that situation. And then the versatility that we have with bringing on like a Militao as well. Even though he hasn't been great this year, I could see him coming in. I don't expect us to have to really bring in like a Brahim or a Ghoul or anything like that. But if we do ever get down, I would expect, I might butcher the name, Joselu or Josuelu, either way, to come in to be a 9 with the 2 Brazilians up top. So if we do get down, I would expect that, and I would probably expect Brahim to come in. But yeah, that is my preview. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think will happen in the final this Saturday. Again, really looking forward to it. Hopefully Real Madrid can win, and hopefully we can bring home number 15. That'd be amazing to see. So if you like this sort of content, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be making a lot more, and we got some Euro content coming soon. Can't wait. Euro prediction next week after the club season's done. So again, this has been Dally. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one. Cheers.